Good morning, BHS. I want to say hello to our students today. I'm excited because I'm going to take this opportunity each morning to send out a message to you, just to greet you, say hello, wish you farewell, and give you updates and announcements. I think that it's difficult to be so isolated and separated from each other. And something that I said to the ninth graders when they had their orientation about 2 weeks ago was that regardless of the physical barriers that exist between us, we have to find a way to stay connected. This has been especially hard for me because when school is in session, I get my juice, I get my mojo when I'm able to leave my office and go out into the hallway and see and talk to students or just drop into classrooms. So I really miss that. So moving forward, I'm going to take this as an opportunity, whether it be a video message that I record and send out to you, or I'll do live Google Meets each morning at around 8:30 so that people can join in. We can stay connected, listen to music, hear announcements, do trivia, all those things that we can stay connected and have our community be together as we are apart in a way. And this will be unscripted. I'm not going to write anything down where I have to read you a speech. I'm just going to talk to you because I miss you. So I want to start by saying, especially good morning to the ninth graders. And I'm saying that because the ninth graders really don't know me yet. I am Mr. Green. I am the principal of Burlington High School. I've been the principal of Burlington High School now for 2 years, and I was the assistant principal for 2 years. So I know you only met me briefly at the freshman orientation, but I want to get to know you a little bit better. So I'm going to start by telling you a little bit about myself when I was your age, and I'll start back even a little bit further than that. And that will help to give you a little bit of context about me and who I am. As I said at the opening assembly about 2 weeks ago, I was born in Rochester, New York, but I grew up in Washington, D.C., in Southwest D.C., and I went to a neighborhood school called Amadon Elementary. I remember it vividly. It was a walking neighborhood school, so I would get up each morning, walk to school, rain, snow, whatever it was, and then I moved on to Jefferson Junior High School, where I went from 7th and 8th grade. Back then, we had a junior high school system, not middle school. Junior high school was grades 7, 8, and 9, and high school was grades 10, 11, and 12. In ninth grade, I transferred to a private school called Gonzaga in ninth grade, and that was in 1986. So I started high school in 1986. And just so you know, a piece of trivia, the number one song in 1986 was, you're not going to believe this, That's What Friends Are For. How appropriate right now, right? That song was sung by Dion and Friends, which was Dionne Warwick, Gladys Knight, Elton John, and Stevie Wonder. You might be wondering, who are some of those people? Well, if your parents watch this, they'll know who that is. After ninth grade in Washington, D.C., we decided to move to South Florida. I moved to Fort Lauderdale and finished high school at Cardinal Gibbons High School in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And that was definitely a different experience from Washington, D.C. And after high school, I graduated in 1990. I moved on to college. And just so you know, in 1990, the number one song in the country was, you're going to laugh at this one, Hold On by Wilson Phillips. That was the number one song in the country when I graduated in 1990. I then moved on to go to college at Grinnell College in Grinnell, Iowa. Yes, you're probably asking, how did Mr. Green go from Fort Lauderdale, Florida to Grinnell, Iowa in the middle of the country? And I didn't even have a coat, but I made it work. But anyway, enough about me for now. I'll tell you the rest of my story later. But I just wanted the ninth graders to know a little bit about me. I'm really excited to use this forum as we move forward, folks, because as I said, I want to stay connected. I want to interact with you, and I want to hopefully give you something to smile at each morning. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of business for this first one. I have a couple of announcements for you. If you need to pick up materials, you can pick them up next week at BHS from between 8 to 10 each morning. If that means a book or packet from a teacher, whatever that might be, next week you can do that. Hey, guess what? There's another way in which we can stay connected. One of our first athletic events of the year is happening at BHS Saturday, tomorrow. We have a football game at BHS at 1 o'clock. Now just know that the players' families get tickets, and then there's only a certain number of tickets open to the general public for a total of about 150 spectators. So if you want to go, try to get there early, but there's no guarantee that you'll get in. And hopefully that'll change once later on in the year, and maybe we'll be able to get more fans into our athletic events. So just know that that's happening this year. Seniors, be sure to check your email. We are sending you messages about the college process. If you're planning on going to college, and there's information about if you plan on applying for the military, but you got to stay tuned, read your emails, and stay in contact with your counselors. I just want everyone to know that your teachers are working really hard. I'm proud of the work that they did to prepare for you coming back this year, even though they had to switch it up to a completely virtual model. They are heroes, in my opinion, because this is difficult for them as well. I know it's hard for you. They wanted to see you in person, and I'm hoping, as the superintendent said, that we will make movement on finding a location so that BHS can be back together and in person. We'll give you updates on it as we go. Like the teachers are doing, we want you to be strong and stay strong. I know that this is hard, but you can do it. No matter what anyone tells you. I know there's a lot of negativity out there. No matter what anyone tells you, you are amazing, you are special, and you deserve the best education that we can give you. So I wanted to take this time to have this be the introductory Good Morning BHS. Look forward to hearing a message from me each morning, either with a video or live. Have a great day, students. Let's go Seahorses!